Hi, hello. I'm back. Maybe kind of soon. Depends when this gets put on the internet. Hi, hello, it is me, Anna, with the SkeinyLegend Podcast, Knitting Podcast, with your host, me, Anna. I don't have a mini mic. All that's here is my sister's vape. Okay. Sister's vape is May mic today. I don't know what flavor it is. I don't vape. It hurts my lungs. But, okay, whatever. Ugh, this chair is so loud and squeaky. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna sit so still. I'm not capable of sitting still, but I'm gonna try and sit so still. Hi, hello. It's me, Anna, your host of this podcast. I talk about my knitting. You watch and or listen while you knit and or do something else. Coming at ya. Last Canadian podcast, y'all. Going to Taiwan tomorrow. So that's cool. I'm still planning on podcasting from Taiwan, so like nothing will really change for you. Lots will maybe change for me. I think that's all I have for an intro. Realistically, I normally skip through people's intros, so I try not to do long intros, but then sometimes I get lost in a tangent and ramble along. I'm looking at my knitting that I've laid here, and I think we should just get into it. Where the hell's my other sock I want to go? Okay, I'm back. Alright, first things first, Pink Pony Club socks. Good news, bad news. Socks are done. Good news. Bad news, I still haven't written the pattern. Bully me, okay? Bully me in the comments. Bully me on Instagram. Maybe the pattern will get written at some point. Maybe I'll write on my flight. I won't. But here they are. They look sweet. Alright, let's do this one at a time. First sock. I ring up and downstairs. Now I'm freaking out of breath. Okay. First sock says pony on the front, club on the back. It's written in pink, therefore Pink Pony Club. Crazy, I know. Second sock has pink ponies on it. Cute. Love it. So they go together as a imperfect pair. Sierra had the good idea that you could do a pair that said pony and then club on the second one. So we said pony club. And then the back I think would also say pony club, which would be cute in case you don't want to knit the ponies. Or you could do two sets of socks. Pony club, pony club. Pony socks. Cute idea, I know. Again, I've done my best to match the Chapel Roan font, which is why I decided to only say Pony Club, because when I put pink in around as well, you just can't fit such large letters and they just look more basic and lame. These, obviously, decided to put some little stripes in the cuff. It's just like a 1x1 ribbed cuff. Color work around the leg. A strong heel, which is all I do nowadays. Regular toe. Now this gorgeous yarn is from Treehouse Yarns, I believe. It's like a sprinkle cake color or birthday cake confetti, something like that. I'm obsessed with them. And then, God, the pink toe, I can't remember what it is, sorry. It's in 2 podcasts ago, I think, when I first talked about these. I think I was a better YouTuber and gave more details on the yarn because I actually have it all written down, and I'm realizing that I left my book downstairs and we all saw how tired I was going upstairs and downstairs, so it's just not gonna happen again. But these are super cute. They are sadly for my sister, so we'll never see them again. I might see them again, but I might have to knit myself a pair. I do have some of this yarn left, so we'll see how that goes. But Pink Pony Club socks sock number 2 of my chopper run socks. I just haven't had a lot of like brain space to want to knit the pattern or to come up with any other ideas. So this is where we're at right now. But yeah, bully me here in the comments, bully me on Instagram to write the pattern if you want it. I will do it. I have the charts, so like if you're desperate to knit these for some reason right now and like you don't care about the rest of my like vanilla ass sock pattern, which realistically who cares, just knit the socks how you like knitting socks. It's really just about the charts. If you just want the charts, hit me up, I can send them to you. But yeah, fun. Let's do a thumbnail, right? Okay, socks number 1. Socks number 2 that I knit are just some very boring socks, but I think they turned out cute. And these are, I've worn them, so, but just, I like words, slip stitch sock. Just a basic ass slip stitch sock. I didn't follow a pattern. I just did it from my brain, which is why this one's not as good, because I kind of switched up the pattern halfway through. But you know, this sock yarn from Opal is one of their Van Gogh colorways in the bedroom scene specifically, and it's just such a gorgeous sock yarn and so highly variegated that I didn't want to do a lace or any sort of texture pattern, but I also don't love knitting a vanilla sock, so this was my compromise for that, was a slip stitch. What I did was, I think, slipped every 5th stitch, but also did a yarn over, so that, okay, when I knit the stitch, I also did a yarn over after the slip stitch that was going to be slipped on the next round, and then I would like slip the stitch as well as the yarn over, so the stitch was extra big, and then I'd slip it for 2 rounds. So like I'd slip it twice and then knit it with a yarn over the next round to get these kind of big juicy slip stitches, which I like just because then they pop a bit more because they're like contrasting across multiple rows instead of just over 1 row, it's over 2 rows. So that's what I did. Not very well explained, but super dull and boring. I just did a like opposite twisted rib. Like I twisted the pearls, which I've now started doing by just wrapping the yarn around my needle backwards when I'm purling, and then that way when you come around the next time, like the first time I purl through the back of the loop, I wrap the yarn around my needle backwards, so that way the time I come around next, the stitches are actually already mounted on my needle twisted, so then I can just purl regularly like through the front of the loop, I guess, and then still wrap my stitches backwards, and then it just kind of naturally twists instead of like me fighting. Sometimes it's like just annoying to like scoop it, you know, when you're like knitting or purling through the back of the loop. So I've been quite enjoying that as a way to, it makes just like a neater looking 1x1 rib. And then I've even done it now where I'll knit it like that and then do a German short row and go backwards, and then that way the twisted rib's on the outside. For me, it's just a way easier way to knit twisted rib. So I've been liking that. These also just have a regular ass Flegel heel. I think it's called a strong heel when you go cuff down, but I prefer the word Flegel because I think it's funny. With some Sanasgarn Sisu is this yellow for the cuff and toe. More socks, because yes, I'm in my shorty sock era. And then I've also started another, oh god, Van Gogh sock with, this is the Cafe at Nighttime Van Gogh colorway. And these ones I'm doing, I don't know if I like it or not. I'm doing, how do I show this? A drop stitch. Shove my hand in there. Like a drop stitch pattern like that. I'm not entirely sure if I like it or not. I'm also not entirely sure if I like the lip gloss I put on, but I'm going with it. But yeah, I'm doing this drop stitch. I just dropped some of them and then kind of kept going just to see if I liked how the drop stitch looked. I am not entirely sure if I do, But basically for this one, for the setup round, I just knit 2 together, yarned over, slip stitch knit, and then knit 3 maybe, knit some in between, because I figured the drop stitches are gonna be wider than a regular stitch, so if I just yarned over and then dropped them down, it wouldn't be too big. So I decreased 2 and then have the drop stitch. And I don't know, I think it could be cool. This one's a bit more and boring to knit basically, because it's just a vanilla sock until you drop the stitches, you know? So there's actually nothing interesting or engaging about knitting this. I'm dropping stitches, other than the yarn's really pretty. Like, I'm just trying to come up with fun, interesting ways to use this Van Gogh sock yarn, which the colorways are so gorgeous, so I don't want to do like any crazy texture, but I hate knitting nothing. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is knitting nothing, but it is what it is. And we'll see how I feel about how these look when they're actually on the foot. I'm not sure if they'll look fucking weird or not. It was a fun idea. This time I did a 2x2 rib, crazy, and then it's the same exact, actually, Santa Scar and Sisu. I think I was talking about that before, how like it just goes really well with these Van Gogh colorways. It's just a very Van Gogh yellow, the Santa Scar and Sisu. Can't remember what the color name or number is, but it's like gold. Maybe it's called gold. I don't know. But yeah, those are all my current sock whips. Let's continue. Continuing along. I did finish this Moby Sweater Mini. It's been blocked. I didn't block it very aggressively. I feel like I maybe should have been more aggro about it, just to loosen it up a bit, but I didn't. But it turned out really cute. Like, is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? It's a Moby Mini by Petite Knit. It's green. It's knit in this 100% Australian wool. Was that the right choice for a baby knit? Unsure. It's going to my like second cousin's baby. I need to write a little note for it. I actually wove in all the ends, so this is ready to rumble, which is good because I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm gonna make my mom bring it out to my cousin to shave on our shipping, because Canadian shipping is outrageous. We're a large country with small population, so maybe it makes sense, but also it just kind of sucks. Do I have anything further to say about this? I did a tubular bind off for a child. That's insane. Also did it on the sleeves, I think. That's insane. But, alright, I was complaining about my moss stitch. I do think it blocked looking nicer. I still think it looks a little messy, but on camera it looks okay. So yeah, I need to write a little note with some washing instructions for this. And she's done. A thumbnail, guys, so important. Actually, I have the world's ugliest thumbnails, but they bring me a lot of joy. I feel like I got one of those like spam comments recently on one of my videos being like, improve your YouTube videos, you need better tags and your thumbnails are ugly. And I'm like, yeah, they are, but I like them. Oh my god, I was supposed to be doing transitions this whole time. You guys, why aren't you reminding me to do the transitions? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's do my next thing. Yay, transition. God, I'm a YouTuber, guys. It's inside out. Thanks for giving it to me inside out. I knit a totally tank. I knit the whole thing. I don't think I even hauled the yarn for you guys at the time. I don't have the ball band with me. Ugh, I don't know. I knit a totally tank. This is by Jessie Maed. I'm pretty sure. I always get confused with Jessie Maed and Park Knit patterns because they like model each other's patterns, and I'm pretty sure the photos of Park, but I'm pretty like the sample photos of Park, but I'm pretty sure the actual tank top is by Jessie. It's like a cute little racerback tank. I knit this in a sock yarn. Good golly. I don't have it with me. I'm not going downstairs. Ooh. There's like weird little bits on me. Knit this in some sort of sock yarn. It's like maybe got some cotton in the sock yarn and some elastane. It's obviously this gorgeous variegated. You knit this bitch top down. You start with the little back and there's some short rows to get this fun shaping. You pick up and knit these little guys. You knit the tube and then you add the armholes afterwards. I originally did a rolled hem as called for in the pattern and it looked awful. I don't know, I just hated how it looked. It was like too much fabric. I like probably picked up too many stitches, but I picked up the amount of stitches the pattern told me to knit, so pick up. But anyway, so I frogged that and I just did a regular 2x2 rib, just the same as the armholes. This obviously hasn't been blocked. I have not woven in any of the ends, but I've tried it on. It looks cute. It's like a bit psycho crazy, but so fun to knit. This, I'm so upset that I don't remember what this yarn is. I know I'll put it on the screen, but like it's not the same. But I highly recommend whatever this was. It was so fun to knit. The color changes are fun. It kind of gives me spin cycle vibes, like budget spin cycle vibes, because it's like two plies that are variegated and different colors, and they give this effect. So very cute, totally tank. I think I made it even a little bit longer than the pattern. I just knit till I ran out of yarn. The pattern's like very cropped, so that's a good thing to know. I can now say goodbye to anyone who hates baby knits because the rest are baby knits. Even though the Moby sweater was a baby knit, but whatever. Anyway, I have a couple things to haul at the end, so if you want to skip to there, you can. I'll talk about this in a minute, actually. So the next thing is one that we have talked about before. I don't know if you've seen, but it is Ellen's playset. That's the top. I think I got lip gloss on my sister's vape. Sorry, Alice. I decided that I'm just going to do the cardigan because I did the 1 to 2 year old size, I think. I don't know if 1 to 2 year olds wear those little like diaper covers. They probably still wear diapers, but I don't know if they wear those diaper covers or if they just wear regular pants. If you personally know a 1 to 2 year old or own a 1 to 2 year old, don't think that's how you're supposed to say that, let me know, I guess, if they wear the little diaper covers, and maybe I'll knit ones to match this because it would be really cute. But let's show. This also has not been blocked, ends have not been woven in. The knitting though is done. And it's freaking cute. I still need to, we'll talk about buttons in a minute. But yeah, just a very cute eyelet cardigan. Even done the button bands, the buttonholes, ba-dum-ba-dum. I did a funny little sewn bind off for this. I think I like it. It kind of leaves this little decorative pearl bump looking edge. So we like that. This is just a regular ass raglan, basically, cardigan. I don't think there's really anything special about it. I knit this out of some Pima cotton from Johanna. Thank you, Johanna. How happy are you that I'm knitting all the yarn you sent me to baby knits? Probably not that happy, but you sent me the yarn. I can do with it what I want. But gorgeous peachy pink. And so here is the issue, okay? I had originally bought these buttons. Can you see it? They are so freaking cute. I'm gonna show you, even though I shouldn't do this because it like actually breaks my heart. But basically, I bought these buttons. I bought enough to, because I need 6, I believe, for this cardigan. And I bought enough, and they're the right size. Like, isn't that so cute? But somehow my mom lost the other card of them, so I only have 4, which is not enough for this cardigan. But like, ugh, that's freaking cute, and I'm upset about it because they would have been perfect. I went back to the store. They don't have any more of these buttons. So then I went, okay, and I bought 2 other sets of buttons, but I did not have the cardigan with me. So I was just going off my vibes. So then I went and I got these kind of peachy pink buttons. You see it? Oh God, do you see it? Where's the camera? There, okay. So these I think are quite cute. The color doesn't match necessarily as well as I was hoping it would, but I do think they're fun. However, I'm worried the button's actually a little too small for the buttonhole. Like, it's a little too easy to get in there. You know, so that's kind of a concern. How often do you actually button up the cardigan though of a child? I'm not sure. But, so then I have one other button option here. Just threading them on for like visual purposes here. And my other option that I got are these, can you see it? Polka dot buttons. These polka dot buttons. So these are little white polka dot buttons. And I'm thinking, right now I'm leaning towards those. Looking at it here, I do think the pink ones, they kind of pop the pink and like give this overall maybe like a girlier, pinker feel to the cardigan. However, I am concerned they're a little small. These ones I think are a better size, like they're snug to get on. So like a little annoying to get on at first, but you know, I feel like buttonholes open over time. And I still think the polka dots are cute. We'll show you them not on, oh God, sorry. I'll show you them not on the cardigan. Here you go. I have more of these pink ones, don't worry. So here's the pink ones. Here's the polka dot ones. They were both 49 cents, so incredible value. Thank you, Dress Sew. If you're in the Vancouver area, Dress Sew, incredible. So if you have thoughts, let me know. If we really, I'm not capable of making my own decisions. Like, I'm all about group thought. So if we actually like these pink ones better, I could go through and like whip stitch, buttonhole stitch around the buttonholes, I think, to snuggle them up a little bit so they're a bit tighter. And then I could use these pink ones. So like, all is not lost. They will just require a little bit more work versus there's these polka dot ones, which are also very cute, but I don't know. And then RIP these flower ones because they actually wouldn't perfect, and I'm pretty sure my mom threw them out. Cry. But like, thank you, Mom, for letting me stay in the house for free, but also no thank you for throwing out my really cute buttons. And this is going to eventually to Australia to baby Maeve. Cute name, Maeve. I quite like the name Maeve. I think it's very cute. So you tell me what buttons Maeve wants on her cardigan, okay? And I will probably follow the group consensus here. Unless I don't like it, and I'll do what I want to do. Tough. Next, okay, now we can discuss. I have been doing this bad thing where I have just been browsing Ravelry baby knit patterns. Very bad. Very, very bad, because we're now at a point where I actually have no more babies to knit for. There are no more babies coming into my life that I know of at this time. I feel like there will be at some point. However, all the ones I know of that are either in utero or born need any more knits. And yet I'm still knitting baby knits. Yes, that's insane. I am aware. Thank you for telling me. But I just can't help it, okay? I can't help it. And then the issue is I see these things on Ravelry and then I think they're so cute and then I just knit them. And so I have knit an everyday balaclava by Petite Knit, and this thing took me like less than 24 hours. I don't know, I was just like a woman possessed. I needed to knit this balaclava and I did it so fast. I'm planning to just leave it here in Vancouver, and my mom has like millions of friends and eventually one of them will have a baby and they'll get this very cute balaclava basically. And here it is. It looks kind of insane not on. I also haven't blocked it, so I do think the ribbing, put down the vape mic, I do think the ribbing would look nicer if it was like blocked to be in line with the balaclava. Now, I have a minuscule teeny tiny head, and I actually can, this is the 1 to 2 year old size, I can pretty easily put this on. It's a little snug. However, I actually do not think I will be gracing the internet with that visual today. I sent it to my sister and she laughed at me, so like I'm not gonna do it again. But like, here we go. This was just like so fun, so quick, so easy. This was made out of a Sport Superwash Merino, I believe from Sierra. Thank you, Sierra. By like Muse 2034 or something. Anyway, it was 2 50-gram hanks kind of hanked up into one, and I used all of the lighter color, and then obviously I have quite a bit of the brown left, and I have like maybe a meter left of this. I used it all. I think I knit this portion maybe like 1 or 2 rows extra just to use it all up, but this was so fun. You knit. My phone fell, so whatever. This was super fun. You start at the top here and you knit this little square, and then you pick up along the edges, and then you knit some short rows to get some shape. Oh, I'm like spinning on my office chair, sorry. You knit some short rows to do some shaping. You're knitting kind of back and forth like this, and then you knit some little increases and decreases to make this nice edge here. Then you cast on a couple in the front, join the round, knit the tube, and then I decided to switch for the ribbing color. So then I knit the ribbing like this, and then you pick up around the edge, you knit the ribbon like this, and it's folded over in 2 and sewn down. Actually, I 3 needle, well, not really 3 needle bind off. I like picked up and like knit it down, which was like a huge hassle. I didn't enjoy doing that. It took me a long time. But otherwise, I think this is so cute. I don't know if children like balaclavas. They're probably kind of like a sensory nightmare. But maybe they'll like it, and I just think this is so cute. So I knit one. And then I have one last thing, but I'll just be back in one quick moment. Okay, sorry, hi, I'm back. Okay, this last thing is another one of my Ravelry browsing victims, pitfalls, issues, I don't know. I've done a Lil Dahlia, and it's so freaking cute. Oh my god. Now, they make this in adult size, and I will say I think it's heinous on an adult. Maybe it's because it's like chunkier, and I don't know, I think the motif is a bit juvenile. Sorry if you like it. And I just don't like, I don't know, I don't like the ratio of it. But the child ones I think are very cute. Like you can put one of these on a child, and I think it's cute. But like, they're much larger on the adult ones. Anyway, I really don't like the adult ones. But this I'm knitting out of linen quill, which I'm kind of hating. There's like a lot of plant matter, which maybe is the linen, but it just like sticks out. Like, can you see it? Here, watch. Like, there's just sticking out. And I don't like that, so I've been picking those out whenever I run into them. I know that's the linen, and I guess it'll soften up, but like for now it's just like kind of like hay sticking out of the garment. But this one you actually knit flat at first. I've already sewn the button on, so I'm using one of these flower buttons because I can't use them on my cardigan, so there's one here, and that way I think it's easier to get over like a baby's giant head. And you just crochet a little button loop like that, and then you do this fun little flower petal motif on the yoke, and then now it's just like a regular ass stockinette fingering weight baby sweater. So I'm planning to bring this with me on the plane. I think I'll throw a lifeline in because I do have these on shit metal needles, because this is a European pattern, and so they call for 2.5 and 3 millimeter needles, which like don't exist in US needle sizes, and I have only like US interchangeable needle sets, so they only have a 325 and a 275, and I just actually didn't swatch, but I didn't need to because I knew that would be too loose of a gauge just for what I like, and this I think is about as loose as I would do on. So I pulled these like shitty ass 3 millimeter needles out of my stash, and yeah, I like the fabric it's making, and anything holier than this I just don't think would have looked good. So I think that was the right choice. Even if this yarn does like fluff in a little, I think that will be even better. And I do think even without blocking, this motif looks really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna knit this the regular, like the pattern calls for. I think, you know, it's just a stockinette tube now. Stockinette tube arms. But this lace pattern was actually quite fun to do. So if you've been eyeing the Dahlia pattern, there is like the baby version, which I think is cuter. And it comes with like instructions for a cardigan and a top. Like they're all the same. So it's nice that they do it all as one. Like petite knit's really bad for like making the DK version and the fingering weight version like two separate patterns that you have to pay like $10 for each time. Whereas this one, you get all the patterns in one. You get the cardigan, you get the top, you get the sweater, and the dress. Because like really they're the same instructions, just very slightly different each time. And the same chart, right? So that is what I am currently working on. I think it's very cute and sweet. And I have tons of yarn still to go. It said it would take 100 grams, but I do not think it will. So maybe I can make a matching something to go with this. Although I do find like linen quilt isn't the softest, so I don't know if I would do a hat. Maybe I'll just knit a second one, who knows. And again, I like don't actually have a baby in mind for this. I'm being bad, but someone will have a baby and then they'll get this really cute little sweater. If you have a baby that you think would want this sweater, I guess let me know. Although shipping's expensive and it's not done yet and I'll be in Taiwan. But you never know. I just think it's so cute. Oh my god. See, like, I guess the fingering weight version on an adult wouldn't be too bad, but I think chunkier for the adult ones. I don't know. But that is all my finished objects, all my whips. And then I just have a couple items that I have picked up that I'll show you now. First things first is this sock yarn, lesbian sock yarn. Super cute lesbian sock yarn. Not sure if it's supposed to be lesbian sock yarn, but that is 100% lesbian colors. So either I will make myself some lesbian socks or I will mail this to Johanna at some point. I'll probably do that once I've accumulated enough things to realistically mail stuff from Taiwan. And once I figure out how much it costs to mail things from Taiwan. If it's super expensive, you're not going to get this for like 2 years, Johanna. Sorry. But cute. I just got the one ball. It's enough for shorties, I think. Or like if you do contrast heel, cuff and toe, you can get longer ones obviously out of that. And then I got some stuff. I got a bamboo linen blend, which I thought was 50% bamboo, 50% linen, but it's saying it's 92% bamboo, 8% linen. So that's different than what it said in the store. But I got these 3 colors and they will hopefully become a moon crush tank. Like, how cute are these? Now, this was like a weird store in which they just had huge cones and you bought it per weight. And the stats on this one was weird. They had like two different yarns. One was, I thought, 50% cotton, 50% bamboo, and the other one was 50% linen, 50% bamboo. but maybe it's because like linen's heavier. Anyways, I don't know, they had weird things where it was like 100 grams for 100 meters for one, and then 100 grams for 200 meters for the other, but they were both considered fingering. Whatever, so it would have been 50 grams, not 100 for those. But it was weird. So these ones, this might be more of a DK, but I had originally knit or tried knitting the Moon Crush with True Boo, which I consider to be more of a sport, and I much preferred how that turned out versus the fingering that I was using with it. So I think it'll be good. If like worst case, I'll just go up a needle size and down a pattern size. And I'm definitely not gonna knit the cropped version because the cropped version of the Moon Crush tank is outrageously cropped, and it's knit bottom up, so you don't realize how fucking cropped it is until it's way too late. So I'm gonna knit at mostly a full length, probably just a full length one. I think honestly the full length is still pretty cropped, and I believe I got the most of this coral color, so that will be the predominant color, like this. Well, I'm thinking the front is gonna be like this, where the like swoop-de-doop in the middle is gonna be the blue, and then the back I'll figure out what it is, maybe like that. Right? Cute. So, Moon Crush. Gay sock yarn. That's it. Thank you very much for joining me in my last, at least Canadian-based couple years. I have really loved having my podcast and having you guys. I got some of my very good friends via this podcast, cute, and I'm hoping to continue knitting in Taiwan for the next year or so. And yeah, I'll check in from the other side of the world, hopefully kind of soon, and hopefully I edit this video maybe on the plane and then upload it soon instead of sitting on it like I did with the last one that I sat on for probably like 3 weeks before I edited and uploaded it. So I'm gonna try and not do that this time. But yes, definitely please tell me what button I should do, and I don't think I needed you to make any other decisions for me today. Guess I'll bring back the mini mic fate for the outro. Much love to all of you, and happy knitting, and go text me on Instagram and we can be friends, and I love you lots, and I'll talk to you later.